The album is kind of. Well, let me ask it differently. Do you see the album as a concept album?
Well, it is a concept album in the aspect of the titles. Music-wise, it's not a concept album because the songs are really different from one another. It's like each castle being in a different country. But yeah, the concept, of course, is the titles. It's called Eitt. It's when you divide the day, the 24 hours, into 8 parts. And it's like a low night, lágnætti. You know, from 12 to 3. And Ótta being from 3 to 6. So you can relate. And those titles are, you know, this is a really old time form. It's outdated. It's before we had wristwatches or iPhones. So the song titles themselves, they sound quite epic in Icelandic. Quite strange in a certain way, because you know, there's a song called Noon, Known. You know, it's always like it's a certain, you know, time of the day. It's kind of strange naming songs that you're writing certain time of the day. It's kind of weird. First, I didn't really, you know, I was worried that we couldn't come up with, you know, we like coming up with cool song titles. I mean, you know, it matters when you're doing an album. You can have cool snare sounds, you're gonna have cool artwork, you're gonna have cool song titles. That sort of got taken away with us because we agreed to use this concept, but it grew on us. So. Yeah, the titles are really a certain concept.
Where did the idea for it come from?
Our guitar player, Sergio, he brought this idea because it's just lying there. It's an old time form. And people don't know it. We had heard about some of these titles, but you don't use it in modern Icelandic.
Right.
And you know, it had 8 names. Quite epic names, and you know, 8 names, 8 songs for an album is perfect. So.
And then what will you describe? Because every song is then a period of 3 hours.
Yeah.
For instance, then if you take the song Midnight, does the song for you have to have the feeling of midnight, and that every song connects to that name?
Some of the songs you can relate to a certain time of the day. Ótta is not, for example, not directly related from 3 to 6, but you can imagine the lyric taking place. Some of the songs are more related to, you know, so the sun is coming up, or the day is about to end, all, you know, all that stuff. But you can relate every lyric to a certain time frame, but it's not locked. But you can just say it's imaginary.
Right. But so when it came to the lyrics, did you use this framework of this the way of this telling time?
Yeah, some of the lyrics are written so we have we're quoting where in the time we are, but some of the lyrics are not really directly connected.
Do you remember which was the first? Were they written in sequence?
No.
Do you remember what the first one was?
No, I can't remember. You know, I wrote half the lyrics and Gummi wrote half the lyrics, and his lyrics were written sort of most of them beforehand. I was writing mine basically when I was singing, so now I can't remember, no.
What then inspired the lyrics when you say that you kind of wrote them on the spot almost?
I was, you know, for my parts, I was going through a lot of stuff. In the beginning of December 2013, it was December the 1st, we had booked the studio December the 1st. And so, you know, I became sober on that day. And, you know, I broke up with my girlfriend and I moved out of my house. I moved into the studio. So it's sort of a life-changing event. So, you know, I was a mess in the studio. And you know, I probably would have cancelled it, you know, but I just didn't feel like Steven Tyler or James Hetfield to cancel it all. I'm dealing with some stuff. So we went to the studio and we did the album, and recordings went well, but I was a mess, and my head was a mess. So
This life-changing moment, as you say, was this chosen right at on the 1st of December, so you can go in the studio, or did it just happen?
No. It's just, you know, when you go through stuff like this, you hit the rock bottom or you hit the wall. You don't choose any day. It fucking kicks you in the head. So
it wasn't okay. Now I want to get sober because we're going into the studio.
No.
Okay.
Nothing to do with the band.
Okay. And then in that sense, because it's very personal, is it, do you talk about it with your band members?
I'm talking with you here, so.
Yeah, fair enough. But is it an easy thing to do to talk about this in front of a camera?
I can talk about it to anyone. Yeah, it's not a secret of mine. It's the best thing I did. So no, but it was tough. It's a tough thing to do at that time because it's a new. You feel like you're, it's very new thing.
And if you go back to if you listen back to the songs now on the record, do you hear that?
Of course, that's just like a written diary. I mean, you know, shame and regret and.
Okay, and well, the title Ótta, I read down 2 translations because it's Dead of the Night, I believe.
Yeah.
But also I found somewhere fears.
Ótti is it's the same word in a certain way, but it's not the same meaning.
Okay.
But Ótta is to fear something. But so you know it's the same, but it's not in that sense. Yeah. And the same thing with fjara can mean to fade. Okay. But it's not the same. It's just dual meanings for one word.
And then because Ótta is the name of the title, is why that particular song or particular title?
The whole concept is called Echt. But there's a company, you know, the silly version of it is, there's a company in Iceland called Echt. It would be like naming your new album Texaco. Right. So it made no sense. Okay. And I think Ótta is even cooler, so yeah.
Okay. Finally then, well, you say your sound develops continually. This album is out already for some time. Yeah. Have you started writing for something new already?
No, not really. No, we've been on the road basically since this album came out, and I have a few ideas that I've written on the piano. Every time I sit by my dad's piano, I put the phone on the nightstand and I write something and record it. So I have a few ideas in my phone. I think the guys have something similar, but we've never spoken about anything and we never sat down playing anything. So just some, we have our personal ideas, then we gather up and we head to the castle.
Is it difficult to get to the castle? Because we're kind of going back.
No, not really. It's just you know, if you're gonna walk, onto the glacier, you're not gonna do it in your Speedo. You dress up, you prepare. So we prepare. We've done it with the last 2 albums. We say, okay, for the next 3 months we're gonna write an album. So we're gonna show up at 10 in the morning, work till 5. Well, the damn kindergarten's closed at 5, so we have to stop then. So from 10 to 5, we will show up every day, eat breakfast, and write music. So if you do that for 3 months, you're about to come up with something. Otherwise, you can't write music and you should change your job. So that's what we did. We wrote music every day for 3 months. And that's if you do anything. If you concentrate on anything for 3 months, you're gonna achieve something for sure. Yeah.
Thank you very much for your time.
Thank you.